Okay guys, and welcome to today's mods list. Minecraft Dungeons mods, inspired by Minecraft Dungeons. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and also maybe subscribe to my second channel please. Now I'd say we will start, and I will also at the end give you some fabric variants for those who love fabric. 1. Piggy Bank. This first mod we have adds the Piggy Bank from the Dungeons game. Even though it spawns very rarely, when you hit it, it will drop emeralds or diamonds. If you are very lucky, it can even drop one of the special tools this mod adds. Let me quickly tell you what each and every one of them does. This Sun's Grace will have a chance to heal 2 hearts when attacking. The Dark Katana deals extra damage against undead. The Diamond Pick has a chance for mobs to drop emeralds. The Whirlwind will deal extra damage on every 3rd attack. The Frost Scythe will give you more XP and as well slow down enemies. Firebrand burns enemies, Heartstealer steals 5% of your enemy's health, and Hawk Branch increases critical hit chance by 10%. The Monkey Motivator can give you bananas upon hit. Use it to heal yourself because this food has a lot of saturation. The next one only adds mobs from the game, meaning no equipment or bosses, just mobs for your world. Firstly, the undead category. We got armored zombies and armored skeletons. They are just a bit more tougher and can have special enchants. Then we got the jungle zombie spawning in jungles. He will poison you and will replace 80% of normal zombies in this biome. And the frozen zombie in only cold biomes. This one inflicts you with slowness with his melee attack, and for ranged he can throw snowballs at you. Mostly skeletons will replace like jungle zombies, normal skeletons. His arrows will also poison you. The necromancer can be accounted in sandy biomes. He will either summon loyal minions with his staff or shoot fireballs at you. That's as well his drop. Use it by right-clicking on an entity. The Wrath spawns throughout the world, and you will either set your feet on fire or shoot fireballs at you. Basically Aghast in the overworld. He can drop his fire charge, which creates blue fires. I'm unsure where exactly skeleton vanguards spawn, but they are basically skeletons with shields and helmets, which they can drop. Also they love camping, so either disable their shield with an axe or just smack their butts. The skeleton horseman is one of my favorite mobs from this mod. It's seemingly a normal skeleton, but if you come closer, BAM! It's the skeleton horseman. You can encounter these throughout your entire world. Now to the pillager category. All of these, including some of the later mobs, will spawn in raids to make them more difficult. Firstly, the Armored Vindicator. It comes in 2 different versions, gold and diamond. The main difference is that they drop different helmets, and the diamond tier is way more dangerous. He can even 2-shot you in almost full netherite. Of course, both of them have more health than the vanilla variant. Here you can see me equipping both of the helmets. Both give you 2 armor points. These will by the way replace 10% of the normal Vindicators. The next one is limited to only raids. He's disabled by default. It's the Vindicator Chef. He can drop his spatula and his chef hat. Both of them are pretty weak, so mostly only for deco I guess. The next one is again only in raids, the Royal Guard. Quite similar camping behavior like Vanguard, smack butt or use axe to disable them. They can drop their shield. The Armored Pillager again will replace 10% of vanilla ones. These come in 2 tiers. Diamond and golden, meaning again the higher tier does more damage and has different drops. Here you can see me with both of their different helmets. Geomancers will spawn in savannas. He will use his staff to summon 2 stone types, grey to barricade you in and black, which will explode after some time. He can drop his staff that lets you summon the grey variant. The next 4 mobs can be prevented to spawn in raids if the biome isn't the one they can spawn in. This is disabled by default. Iceologist will spawn surprise in cold biomes. He uses his staff to summon an ice cloud above your head that will slam onto you, dealing damage and slowness. The Wind Caller only spawns in mountains. His attack is to summon a levitation cloud under you, dealing fall damage. He can drop his staff, which does the same thing. And as well in mountains, mountaineers can spawn. These come in total of 3 different variants, unarmored and golden or diamond armor. All of them drop different pickaxes that can be used to, well, mine blocks. Now to the golems. The Squall Golem can only spawn if allowed per config in raids. and only in mountains. His weakness is definitely water. The redstone golem can only spawn in raids. He's really beefy, so don't touch him or he will Thanos snap you away. As well, these red blocks, yeah, don't stand on them. Defeat him with a bow. Now we come to the Jungle Awakens Dungeons mobs. These spawn in jungles, which isn't surprising now, is it? The Whisperer can summon 2 mobs, the quick growing vines to block your path and the attacking poison quill vine, it will poison you. And the other mob is the Leap Leaf, the beefy brother. Not only doesn't he receive knockback, but he can squish you like a fly. Bow is definitely recommended, or just run. And well, these mobs here you can see will spawn in a woodland mansion to spice up your crying. 3. Dungeons Gear. This here is a gear mod, meaning it adds armor and weapons to imitate the dungeons game. This you can find within your world as loot or mobs can drop them. Which ones? Vanilla and from dungeons mobs, as that mod is fully compatible with the gear expansion. Meaning these mobs are still not dangerous enough for you? Then go ahead and make your life even harder with them being even more annoying in new equipment. Before starting to bore you, I'm thinking of a new approach on this mod, as this one adds a ton, and by that I mean lots and lots of new gear in your game. And I don't want to spoil you and ramble on and on about each and every piece of equipment. It would just take away the fun of this mod, as each time you hover over an item it literally tells you what it does. But I will reveal some handy tips and secrets. So firstly, this mod adds over 15 new armor sets. Most of these only come with a helmet or a chestplate. Then this mod adds artifacts. In exchange of a limited durability and a custom cooldown, one will be granted with bottles or amulets that can boost you or harm your enemies. What I love about this, that they even come in 3D models. The other category are bows. These are just upgraded variants of the normal vanilla ones. This applies on crossbow. They just use normal arrows and can e.g. deal out effects or multi-shot. The next topic are swords, one-handed weapons including axes and pickaxes. This also features whips, glaives and spears. These have more range as they are designed for long-range attacks. The following category is quite interesting as this isn't a feature in vanilla. Say welcome to dual-wielding weapons featuring sickles, daggers and gauntlets. These will be equipped in both your main and offhand, but because of how Minecraft is designed, one can't activate abilities in the offhand, unfortunately. But I still find it cool that you can manually double attack. Here, there are even 2 variants of crossbows with this ability, which shoot 2 arrows at once. Before I explain some game changes, I highly advise you to install Enchant's descriptions with this mod, as it adds a ton of new enchants into the game, which aren't always self-explanatory. But with this mod you can just hover over the enchant and it will give you a brief description of it. Like I said, if you want me to review it fully, tell me. This mod also adds a tweak for enchants. Some weapons already come with enchants, like the Heart Stealer with Leeching. Would you now add Leeching 3, then it will be boosted as if you would have a weapon with Leeching 4. Now to something that isn't self-explanatory. Some weapons can obtain souls when you kill entities. The amount can be viewed with the indicator in the lower right side. Souls are needed for some special abilities on artifacts or weapons, like this totem that saves you in a certain radius it was activated in. I also noticed that if you have artifacts with soul gathering, these will increase your normal gathering, like here instead of 2 I got 5. Jumping enchants also will need you to not jump for at least 3 seconds to activate again. To end this mod, a weaponsmith can be used to salvage weapons with a shift click. The amount of emeralds depend on the rarity of the salvaged tool. And it will have different master traits, selling various high-tiered enchanted Minecraft dungeon weapons. For artifacts, use one-ring traders and shift-click on them. Sometimes they will also sell a random artifact. And if you want to prevent enchants that would be overpowered with each other, you can disable that in config. As well, all durability of all armor and weapons can be changed via the config. 4. Enchant with mob. This is another mod I already reviewed, but like it has to be on this list, as Minecraft Dungeon Mobs doesn't add the enchanter from the Dungeons game. So basically it adds the enchanter that can spawn as a hostile or during raids. These will enchant nearby mobs to make them more stronger, thus dealing more damage. The enchanter itself can drop two different items. Firstly, the mob Unenchant, with which you can remove the enchant on a specific mob. And enchant books that can be used to be applied on yourself. These are Protection 4, Tough 2, Strong 3, Thorns 3 and Health Boost 5. But sometimes enchanted mobs can even spawn alone. Honorable mention Dungeons content. This one is like a merge of Dungeons gear and Dungeons mobs, with bosses and biomes. If you want a mod that completely changes the game, it's this one. A lot of people ask me to review this, and it seems to be quite frequently showcased on YouTube. But I need to be honest with you, I don't like this mod. The deco blocks and textures are in great detail, but it's heavily lacking balance. The boss battles are mostly only he spams hostile hordes at you and you try to hit him somehow. Not even mentioning the loud noise. Furthermore, the gear is very unbalanced. Most basic loot is way better than netherite armor. Even though they have low durability, this is too overpowered. Another issue I find very unnerving are the spelling mistakes. It just seems like this mod was made in a rush without really caring to finish anything. Well, you can make up your own opinion on this one. It adds a few biomes like Creeper Winter, Bamboo World or Moss Mesa, but the structures are very frequently broken. And when I fought the bosses, I didn't enjoy it. It was just a spamming fight to see if you survive these 50 plus mobs and the boss pukes out on you. To end this, there isn't any documentation on this mod whatsoever, not even an issues tab where the community can tell the developers what they should improve. Honestly, yes, this could be a really great mod, but I don't want to recommend mods that won't make your gameplay enjoyable. Fabric mods. Unfortunately, I didn't find any mods for Fabric. If you did, let me know in the comments below, I would appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I found 3 mods that adds the same amount of Dungeons gear, called Minecraft Dungeons Armor, Artifacts and Weapons, meaning you can now find artifacts in villages, mansions, pillager outposts or dungeons. The weapons are missing dual-wielding items, but instead of having to find these, you can actually craft them. This as well applies on the armor mod. Kill entities to get their unique drops and then combine them with other material to gain all armor types. Another main difference is that with the armor, you can actually get 4 pieces instead of only chest and helmet. Well, this was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, I would say we'll see us in the next video. I hope you will enjoy it. And now I will sit down and make some more videos. Check out my other channel. Ciao!